West.
America is sick and getting sicker by the moment. Is it any wonder then that healthcare costs continue to surge out of control? America has the finest healthcare system in the world.
America has the finest healthcare system in the world.
The most skilled doctors.
The most skilled doctors.
It's there if you need it.
It's there if you need it.
Is that we're not getting healthier. Why is that?
Were you diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma? The World Health Organization has designated the active ingredient in Roundup as a possible human carcinogen. For decades, Monsanto publicly said its popular weed killer was safe. However, internal documents revealed the company knew its product was dangerous. The company knowingly put thousands of Texans at risk for cancer.
We're here today to talk about Johnson & Johnson's talc-based baby powder. Both have become known to cause cancer, ovarian cancer and fallopian tube cancer in women. So women were using these products in feminine hygiene, and what would happen is the talc-based product would make its way up the fallopian tube and embed itself in the fallopian tube and the ovaries, and then it would cause cancer. Johnson & Johnson knew about this for decades. In fact, in 1970, they started realizing that it was causing cancer.
There's a lot packed into this little stand. Fresh fruits and vegetables, most grown right out back. But for this neighborhood in Jonesboro, Georgia, this stand is so much more. Their only healthy food option for miles.
You're going to see a lot of gas stations, a lot of fast food stations.
Across the country, food deserts exist in every state, impacting an estimated 23.5 million people.
In the midst of a worldwide pandemic and raging protests against police brutality, there's another silent crisis wreaking havoc on America's most vulnerable communities: food deserts.
I think it's to our detriment. Like, the food deserts are killing us.
When Kroger decided to close 41 of its 2,800 stores, the Reverend Jesse Jackson called for a national boycott of Kroger locations, claiming that these shutdowns targeted minority neighborhoods.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel here. It's Lavender here, and today I'm making this video. I'm doing a response video to this for-profit college YouTube channel or whatever, because it's just very strange that a pro-conservative, pro-capitalism, pro-America, pro-profit pro-profit college doesn't understand why healthcare under capitalism sucks, despite the fact that they support capitalism. It's very strange and a little odd, so I decided to make a video on this. So yeah, so first of all, this is what their Twitter post said on Twitter. They had a video post, and it read on their Twitter page, it said, "Americans spend a fortune on healthcare, but it doesn't seem to be making us any healthier. All the trend lines point to an increasingly obese, overmedicated, morbid population. Why is this happening, and what we can do to reverse it?" So, again, like, I don't know why this company even made this fucking post, because, like, they literally support capitalism, but then they're confused about, like, why nothing is getting better underneath capitalism and healthcare. Like, it's very pathetic, honestly. So yeah, let's go down the categories as to why people are sick and why capitalism goes hand in hand with healthcare. So again, there is money to be made in people's suffering. Capitalism is a system that puts profits over lives every single day, whether that be human lives, animal lives, or like life on Earth in general itself. I have made many videos on the subject about how capitalism affects human lives, wildlife, etc. If you want to check them out, I'm going to put them right here. So if you want to check them out, here you go. So healthcare under capitalism, again, puts profits over human lives. We have seen this over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. For example, people dying because they can't afford their insulin prices, or due to not having enough insurance to afford, their medication they need. There's multiple instances of people literally dying underneath the United States' capitalism healthcare because they can't afford, what they need. And you can blame, capitalism for this. People want to make excuses for capitalism, And this fucking stupid, like, college keeps making excuses for it, and it's so stupid, honestly. You know, and another thing, Big Pharma wants us sick. Big Pharma creates customers, not cures, aka putting profits over human lives. You know, pharmaceutical companies spend more on marketing campaigns than they do on research and development of new drugs. If you don't believe me, look on TV. There's always that commercial saying that, disclaimer, this drug will cause, like, liver failure or renal failure or, like, hives or a rash or allergic reaction, you know, that you see on TV, like, for advertising and stuff. That's another example. They also collaborate with other evil companies. Big Pharma also collaborates with other companies such as Monsanto. Monsanto's notorious weed killer Roundup sprayed on major agricultural crops in the United States, contaminating the majority of the non-organic foods in the U.S. grocery stores by spraying the carcinogenic, toxic pesticides in our food supply. They team up and make us sick so they can make billions of dollars in profits, while the victims of capitalism suffer because of it, the consequences of it. Not only that, but you have the American government itself poisoning our water supply. An example of this is when the Flint water crisis happened. To cut costs, the government said it was okay to drink the poisoned water, even though they knew the water was poisoned, it wasn't safe to drink. They're like, drink it anyway. You know, and they made all these excuses for years. It's still going on about the whole poisoned, toxic, lead-laced water. That led to thousands of victims and children. You know, lead poisoning affects your health. People are suffering because of capitalism putting profits over human lives. You know, why do you think it's cheaper to buy McDonald's than to buy fruits and veggies? Food deserts are a major contributor to this, also as to why Americans are becoming, like, obese and unhealthy and all this. I can go on and on. So, if you guys like this video, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Bye guys, next video.